the daily dose of Bitachon. We explained the Chovot Levot that there is an alchemist, right? The guy who makes ordinary metals into precious metals, and he thinks that he can make a parnasah this way. And we said that Baal Bitachon, the one who has Bitachon in Hashem, is even better than this guy. Why? What's the advantage? He explains that an alchemist needs to use chemicals and needs to use dangerous mixtures. And Chas v'shalom, if he gets the wrong mixture or he messes up, he could damage his health. He works day and night, long hours, and he can't leave his work in the middle of the process, So therefore, he's in a certain risk. But a Baal Bitachon, he's different, right? He doesn't have all these risks. He relies on Hashem, and he relies on Hashem to protect him from all the negative effects. And therefore, the Zechut of the Emunah also protects him from all those negative effects. For example, can you imagine in the world how many people are exposed to dangers while they work, right? A professional football player, wow, he makes millions of dollars, kaif, right? He gets to play, throw around the ball all day, yeah? But then all the health issues that they have, all the banging on the head, and how they get, Chas v'shalom, brain damage and die young, they go crazy when they're older, they shorten their life by 20 years, who knows how long, right? By all the times they hit their head. You think about a businessman, how much stress, that he goes to the doctor and he says, you're losing your hair. Why am I losing my hair? It's because all the stress. He says, this is my business. It's very stressful. I barely sleep. I have a lot of anxiety. He says, I barely see my kids. I'm not able to, I don't watch my health. I smoke. He drinks Coke all day. He doesn't watch what he eats. He doesn't have time to eat properly. He doesn't go to the bathroom on time properly because my business. All these things affects his health because of the business. All these are work hazards. But what? A person who has bitachon doesn't do that. He doesn't kill himself, work 8 to 8. He says, I'll work 9 to 5. I'll work 11 to 2. Because I have bitachon, Hashem will give me. I don't have to kill myself. I don't have to lose my hair. I don't have to get my cortisol levels so high and get so much anxiety and get stressed out and think everything's my fault, take it personal. No, he doesn't. He goes and he has bitachon. And that's what King David says in Tehillim chapter 2. Ashrei kol chosevo, fortunate are all who trust in him. The Midrash says, not just Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, but anyone who trusts in Hashem, all those who trust in Hashem are fortunate. So, the Rabbi Sutton says over here that his father's a doctor. Early in his career, his father worked in an emergency room, and there was an end of the year party for all the emergency room staff. So he attended it, but he didn't eat because the food wasn't kosher at the party. The morning after the party, his father was the only one who came to work. He said, where is everybody? What happened? And they found out there was a dish that was spoiled that everyone ate from. Everyone got food poisoning, and he was the only one who was spared because of his focus on what Hashem wanted him to do, and Hashem protected him. Unlike the alchemist who has the risk of his source of parnasah giving him a damage. So therefore, because of the zechut bitachon, he was saved. Money isn't everything. We shouldn't have tunnel vision. You know what tunnel vision is? Tunnel vision is when a person is zoned in on one thing and forgets everything else. The person in his business, Hashem could do that to him too. He forgets about minha, he forgets about his health, he forgets about his family, he forgets about Torah, about learning. Don't get tunnel vision. There's a famous mashal they give about, there's tunnels that have certain height limits, and the trucks, they have to gauge and know their limits, how much they fit, if they fit or not, and they have to go around a different highway or not, based on the bridges. So therefore, there was a time, there's situations sometimes when they think they can make it, and they try to make it, they don't want to go around, and they stuff themselves in there, and then they get stuck. Because halfway through, it's already shaved off so much metal they can't move anymore. So what do? How do you get them out? If they're stuck, they're stuck. You can't just push them out. They're stuck. So the famous thing they do is they go and they pop the tires. When the thing is stuck, you pop the tires. It goes down like 1.5 feet, and then you can roll it out like that. So there was someone who explained that the same thing in our lives. We have a lot of obstacles, a lot of little holes we have to fit through in order to get the job done. But a lot of times we try to force our way. We think my way or the highway. I'm going to do it. It's all in my hands. I rely on ourselves too much, and sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes we say, what am I going to do now? All these problems came up. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. You know what you have to do? A lot of times over there, you just have to pop the tires. You have to let out all the hot air, the ego that's inside. Go down and realize that we have to have bitachon and realize that Hashem put us here. Hashem could take us out. As the Maharsha explains, what is the so bad about the hametz? Hametz and matzah is the same thing. One is full of hot air, hametz, and one is flat, the matzah. A lot of times, to solve all our problems, we have to put our ego down, let out that hot air, and be humble, and we will see. The Kadosh Baruch Hu protects us from so many things, and He will protect us from so many things. As we know that, sometimes people could wish, how do I get insurance to protect myself from my work hazards? You have to remember that you have to bitachon, and like this, person won't get too stressed out, he won't lose his hair, he won't forget to eat, he won't forget to pray. If he has that always anchoring him, he'll always remember and save himself from all these damages. Baruch Adonai Olam.